Yells!
Hey guys, LPocker77 here, and you'll be able to see that today I have another player review for you guys. Haven't done one in a while, and I did say I'd do lots based around the MLS All-Star players and the players from the squad I showed you last video. So the obvious starting point would be my favourite All-Star player from the squad. The player I'll be reviewing today will be the All-Star, second informed blue, whatever you want to call it, Chris Pontius. On the Xbox he goes for about 70 to 75k, and there was only actually one on the market yesterday when I checked. On the PS3 I was incredibly surprised to find out that he only cost 40 to 45k though. Stats wise in the card he looks an absolute beast. He has some of the best all-round stats I've seen on a silver striker this year. He has the 78 pace, which isn't too bad, the 77 dribbling, which is great, the 85 shooting, which is insane. He also has the 77 heading, which makes him great at heading too, as well as his 70 passing, because if I'm correct his normal card is in fact a left midfielder. You'll be able to see the squad I used him in now, and if you saw my last video you'll know exactly where I'm playing him, but if you didn't see it, this is the main MLS squad I'm using now after borrowing a few players for a bit and combining them with some of my players. I've made an amazing squad and Pontius is perfect up there with Cummings. As usual I'll talk through his in-game stats, and he's 6 foot tall with 3-star skills and 4-star weaker foot. His physical attributes are all really good, with his 85 agility, 90 jumping, 81 sprint speed and 79 strength. His mental attributes aren't bad, with his aggression at 73 and attacking positioning at 71. Lastly are the crazy stats, his skill attributes, and he doesn't have a lot of really high stats, but he does have a lot of sort of well-rounded 80s and 90s. His curve at 82, dribbling at 80, finishing 89, free kick accuracy at 80, long shots at 93, 94 penalties, 99 shot power and 80 volleys. You get the gist. They're all really well rounded, not really high, but all sort of 80s, 90s, really good stats for a silver. So we'll move on to gameplay of Pontius now, and seriously I scored an absolute ton of goals with him. I think the goals at the start are just recorded at the end of matches, as I was running out of room on my external hard drive to record loads of full matches. I think the goals nearer the end are taken from full recorded matches, so there's plenty of different goals for you to see. So yeah, this video will be a lot longer, a bit like my informed later review, as there's so many goals. But where should I start? I may as well start with his shooting, which when I first started using him I thought was awful, but after using him for so many matches I kind of got the hang of his shooting and know where he can score from and where not to try from. So firstly there are his long shots, which I was actually really disappointed with. He does have 93 long shots and 99 shot power, so has decent enough stats to score from anywhere really, but at times his shot power felt a little off. There was always a lot of dip on his long shots, but often not enough power to trouble the keeper. I did manage to score a few long shots from 40 odd yards though, but those mainly dipped and went into the bottom corner after bouncing a few times, so he can definitely pull off long shots, but not as regularly as I'd hoped. Next are his finesse shots, which if I'm being honest were absolutely dreadful. For a player which has 82 curve and 89 finishing, I was expecting him to be pretty decent and scoring them with relative ease from in and around the box, but that just wasn't the case. He did score the odd one if the opponent had a terrible goalkeeper or he took it from a really good angle, but the amount I tried, probably only about 1 in 5 went in, which is quite bad, so you're better off just powering it with him. So you're probably thinking, why did I say he's my favourite player from the team if I've already talked about two bad aspects of his shooting? And that's simply because he literally scores power shots for fun and becomes alive in and around the 25 yards from goal. Not all of his shots went in, but it was just so easy at times. He kind of felt like a better version of second informed Vazte. He's the same sort of player but so much better in game. I did say his long shots were bad, but if you consider 25 yards a long shot, then yeah, he can score lots of long shots. I scored loads of identical shots on the same sort of place just outside the box, which I knew were always heading for the far top corner and the keeper would never even move. There's also his finishing to talk about, which is 89 I think, but I did expect it to be a little higher than that, so he wasn't as good as I thought he'd be running through on goal. Most of the time I just powered it from further out or chipped it over the keeper, as he's great at that, but if you're going to try him out, see what you think. The finesse shots just didn't work for me though. His free kicks were also amazing. You don't get tons of free kicks on this FIFA, but I'm pretty sure he scored nearly every free kick I took with him for goal scoring distance, so you can use him as a free kick taker too. Lastly, there's his heading, which in my opinion I thought was incredible. I don't cross the ball loads, but with Cummings next to him and Richards on the right wing, there's always a chance you can get a cross in, and he scored so many headers from crosses. He's an absolute beast in the air with his jumping and won so many headers from corners. He's just amazing, really. So I can't really think about anything else to say about his shooting. I think I just about covered that. Next is his sort of physical attributes such as pace and strength. It says he has 81 sprint speed in game, which is perfect really for a player like him, and that along with his strength just makes him a machine, shrugging off defenders for fun, and I don't remember him ever being muscled off the ball. It's kind of hard to explain, and you have to try him yourself to see what I'm on about, but he kind of just bounced off defenders, and if he was tackled, he'd run straight through them and win the ball back. He's that sort of player. His dribbling is so much better than I was expecting though. I think that was about 80 or so in game, which is more than enough for a player like him, and that just added to the fun of him walking through defences. So I think that's about all I've got time for in this video, with the gameplay coming to an end, but I'm sure I've talked about nearly everything I can about him. If you have more questions though, feel free to leave a comment and I'll answer them. So the answer to the main question though, do I think that he's worth it? He's definitely worth it. He's one of my all-time favourite silver strikers on FIFA after using him so much after coming back from holiday. He only costs about 70k or so on the Xbox, which isn't a lot for a striker with his stats, and on the PS3 I was amazed to see that he's only at 40k, and you'd be crazy not to try him out at that price. He's just so cheap. So do yourselves a favour guys and try this guy out. If you can handle the slightly slower strikers, then you won't regret it, and he'll grab you plenty of goals. So thanks for watching guys, and I know most of you enjoy these review videos, so if you enjoyed this video or it helped you out in any way, please do leave a like, as it really helps. And if you're not subscribed already and like this sort of content, feel free to do so for many more review videos and much more silver content when FIFA 13 comes out. Also, please let me know which MLS player from the squad you want to see reviewed next. Whether it's defenders, the goalkeeper, let me know and I'll have it up within the next week. On your screens now should be an image of the squad I use Pontius in, and if you're watching this video within the first few days of me uploading it, then there won't be any links to other videos, but if you're watching this a week or so after, there should be a link on one of the players to a corresponding review video. Thanks for watching guys, cheers.